Feeling flirty as fuck today. How are you feeling? I'm feeling flirty. I'm feeling gorgeous. I'm feeling sexy. I'm feeling happy. Do my makeup this morning. That's not the reason why I'm feeling sexy. But I look amazing. I feel amazing. So I'm feeling sexy. I'm feeling how I look. Great. Grand. You know? But happy Wednesday. I gotta go to work. Excuse me. I gotta go to work a bit. It's a small shift though, so I know I'm gonna have a time after work, which I'm grateful for. I'm trying to debate if I want a Philly cheesesteak for dinner. I'm trying to debate. Sorry, y'all. I'm watching Lovecraft. Love Country. What did I say? Watch Lovecraft. What is Lovecraft? That's a movie. That movie. I'm watching Love Country. Really? Good movie. Good series. It's a series. Shout out to the library. Get them free library movies. Y'all be sleeping on library. Movies. You got DVDs. You got books. You got activities for the kids. You got rooms you can do homework in and stuff like that. Studying. Computers, of course, if you need to use a computer. Job applications. All of that. For free. And the printer. 10 cents. Right. Lock in. Check your local library for more. I didn't even know you can rent DVDs until one time we had like no cable or whatever. So mom was like, let's go to the library. So we went to the library and they had a lot of great movies. In a time span from what, 2019 to 2020, from 2019 like 2021, right? 2022. We like our first year in Florida, all we did was get DVDs and watch DVDs. I have a list of DVDs, movies on my phone that I've watched or wanted to see, and I've seen a lot of movies in my life. But movies are so freaking dope. Like, you can learn so many things from movies, and I'm very much like, I love action at first. I'm an action drama thriller girl, but psychology, like, I like to know how the brain works. Someone who studies psychology a little bit, yeah. I like to know how the brain works. I like to know why this person did this, why this person chose that, dig deeper. And there's always like an underlying thing beyond someone's actions. No one's just hurting people for fun. There's some reason why. There's something that may have happened as a child. When I first started psychology, there was like it was like not a story, I think. Sorry. It was like a story basically. And it was like how one child can live like a closed off life and have a different experience than a child who has like a freedom and happiness and peace. And then when I think of that, me and my sister had a conversation like this the other day too. We were talking about how like you can be like the same children in the same family, but have two completely different perspective scenarios and energy towards your parents, towards your home, towards your family, based off of how you saw things growing up. And if you really study that, dig deep into that, you're like, damn, yeah, I get that. Because I know a lot of people who like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not big on like trauma because I feel like I didn't have a lot of trauma. People do. Maybe I had trauma that I forgot. I don't know. Sometimes you have trauma, you push it away. But I have like certain things that went on as a child, but like didn't really affect me as much as it would have affected someone else. So when I see other people talk about like why they don't like certain things, avoid why they don't like certain things or certain people or whatever in the moment, I think it's also because you had a different experience than other people in that same scenario, so you see things differently. Like, for example, let's say we all watch a certain movie together and we're sitting here watching the movie and we pay attention to what's going on, but at the end of the movie there's questions to answer, like who was the villain, why was this person the villain, blah blah blah. You could say, oh, so and so is the villain because of this, and I could be like, oh, the opposite guy is the villain because he did this, and he was very manipulative. It's perspective. Perspective is very important when we go through life because you could have an idea of what love looks like, and someone who's never been loved properly could feel like they don't know what love looks like because they've never experienced it through friends, through growing up. But you think that what you see love as is perfect or better than this other person because of what you've seen growing up, because of how your dad loved your mom, how your grandparents loved each other, whoever raised you, right? So it's all perspective. And that's what life is. You really have to look at things and take it for what it is. 6'7". 21. And when you see things, you're like, okay, this is this because of this, or this is that because of that. And then you take a step back when you see when you meet people who are on different like frequencies than you, or like just haven't lived the life you've lived or experienced shit you've experienced. Then you get where people are coming from if you have the mentality of you're different than me, but I still accept you, and we can still vibe. That's what it is. Because you might like something I don't like, but I can still be very supporting of you liking that certain thing. For example, sports. I'm not like the biggest sports fan, but I do like watching sports here and there. So you could have a favorite team, and I could be like, I don't know nothing about that team, but like, you know? Whatever. But then vibe. But then we can vibe. Enjoy the app. Then we can vibe and literally vibe based off of what we both seen or have, come across. I don't like sports, but still go to a game and have a good ass time because I like camaraderie. I like the cheering. I'm a screamer. I love to fucking yell. So like, I'm gonna have a good time at this sports game, no matter if I don't know what's going on. I don't know hockey. I don't know shit, but I can still support it because I know I've seen people on games. I've seen people play games, stream games, blah blah blah, be a part of games. I've been to a lot of kids games and high school games and all of that throughout my years. So I know how to support a sport, even though I'm not a big fan, right? You don't have to live everything to know how to go about it. That's the message for today. Y'all have a good ass day. It was really just a little yap session. I'm about to go, but I look good. I feel good. So have a good ass day. Shout out to all